Hello, my winter-weary plant soul. Welcome back to Golden Garden Moments, where we find warmth in the smallest green shoots and light in the longest nights. I see you there, wrapped in your favorite quilt, staring at your wilting monstera while snow piles high against the window. I feel that ache, the one that tightens your throat when you see brown leaf tips on your calathea, or watch your peace lily droop as radiators blast dry air. I've been there. Years ago, after a brutal Minnesota winter, I sat on my kitchen floor surrounded by dead plants, wondering if I'd ever feel that deep green peace again. Then I walked into my local Dollar Tree and saw a plastic tray filled with forgotten potential. Today, we're not just saving plants, we're creating sanctuary. Over the next hour, I'll guide you through 10 Luxe Look winter plant spa treatments, all made from Dollar Tree finds for under $10. These aren't cheap hacks. They're soulful acts of love that transform your indoor jungle into a healing oasis where both plants and people breathe deep. I've tested every one through polar vortexes, drafty old houses, and years when my own spirit felt as dry as desert soil. So unplug from the chaos. Pour yourself spiced cider, place your palm flat on your windowsill, and breathe. Let's bring the spa to your plants together. Before we begin, if this is your first time here at Golden Garden Moments, hit subscribe and tap the bell icon. Why? Because every week I share plant care rituals that heal both greenery and gardener. Thank you for being here. Now, let's begin our plant spa journey.
Spa treatment number 1. Humidity trays from frosted candle holders. Look at those brown-tipped leaves on your maidenhair fern. Now imagine them lush and dewy, all for $1.25. That's the magic of Dollar Tree's frosted snowflake candle holders transformed into humidity trays. Winter's cruelest trick? Stealing moisture from our air and our plants. But here's the secret. Plants don't need expensive misters. They need still water evaporating slowly beneath them. I discovered this when my $20 humidifier broke during a blizzard. Frantic, I grabbed 3 snowflake candle holders from the Dollar Tree holiday bin, filled them with pebbles and water, and placed my fern on top. Within days, new fronds unfurled like green prayers. That's not luck, that's physics wrapped in tenderness. Why this works better than store-bought? Evaporation science. Water evaporates slowly from pebbles, creating a micro-humid zone around plants without wetting roots. Cost truth. 3 candle holders equals $1.25. Pebbles from driveway cracks are free. Total investment less than a candy bar. Pet safety. No chemicals, just water and natural stones. Safe for cats who like to lick leaves. Aesthetic grace. Frosted glass catches candlelight, creating a spa-like glow at dusk. Golden Garden Moments ritual. Gather 3 frosted snowflake candle holders, $1.25, small river pebbles, free, and distilled water. Use tap water left out 24 hours. Fill holders 3/4 full with pebbles. Pour water until it's just below pebble tops. Roots must never sit in water. Place pot on pebbles. Spa touch. Add 3 drops of pure lavender essential oil to the water. Calms plants and you. Maintenance. Refill water every 2 days. Wipe holders monthly with vinegar water to prevent algae. Sacred moment. During the 2021 power outage that froze my pipes, this tray kept my grandmother's African violet alive for 17 days. One morning, it bloomed, a single purple star against snow-covered glass. I pressed my palm against the cold window and whispered, "We're still here." For renters, use holders on windowsills without drilling. No pebbles? Layer marbles from the craft section. Place near a heat vents. Steam rises to your plants. Warning, never let pots sit in water. Root rot kills faster than drought. If leaves yellow, lift the pot and dry pebbles in the sun. This tray teaches true care isn't about grand gestures. It's about holding space for quiet renewal.
Spa treatment number 2. Frosty window insulation from clear shower liners. Hear that whistle under your window frame? Now imagine it's silenced while your fiddly fig sighs with relief, all for $1.50. That's the power of Dollar Tree's crystal clear shower liners as window insulation. Winter's stealthiest thief? Drafts. They suck warmth from leaves and dry soil in hours. But here's the secret. Trapped air is nature's best insulator. I learned this from my grandmother, who survived the Dust Bowl in a drafty Oklahoma shack. Every November, she'd cover windows with shower liners from the feed store. Air pockets are God's blanket, she'd say, pressing her palm against the glass. Why this shields plants better than expensive kits? Thermal science. Air cells in textured liners reduce heat loss by 50% while still transmitting light. Cost truth. One liner equals $1.50, fits any window size, cheaper than plastic film kits by 90%. Pet safe. No toxic adhesives, just water and static cling. Aesthetic grace. Frosted texture diffuses harsh winter light, creating soft, spa-like illumination. Golden Garden Moments Ritual. Gather. Shower liner, $1.50. Scissors, spray bottle filled with 1:1 water and vinegar solution. Build. Cut liner 1 inch larger than window pen. Spray glass with the solution. Press liner bubble side against glass. Bubbles trap water, creating suction seal. Trim excess. Spa touch. Sprinkle dried lavender buds between liner and glass. They cast shadow patterns like stained glass. Removal. Peel gently at corners during warm afternoons. Store flat for reuse. Heartfelt story. During the 2018 polar vortex, this liner saved my citrus tree. Thermometers read -40 degrees Fahrenheit with wind chill. My room stayed 8 degrees warmer than outside. At dawn, I found ice crystals glittering on the outside of the liner while my Meyer lemon tree bloomed beneath it. For renters, use removable mounting putty, $1 at Dollar Tree, to secure edges. No sticky residue. No scissors. Tear liner along perforations. Pair with humidity trays for double protection. Warning: never use on wood-framed windows in humid climates. Trapped moisture causes rot. Remove liner on sunny days to prevent overheating. This barrier teaches, sometimes the strongest protection is softness that remembers how to hold space.
Spa treatment number 3. Chic misters from apothecary bottles. Smell that faint herbal scent in your kitchen? Now imagine it misting your orchid, all for pocket change. That's the power of Dollar Tree's vintage apothecary glass bottles, transformed into plant misters. Winter's hidden battle? Dry air parching delicate leaves. But here's the secret. Fine mist hydrates foliage without waterlogging roots. I discovered this when my $15 orchid got crispy edges during Christmas prep. Too stressed to drive to garden stores, I bought 2 apothecary bottles at Dollar Tree, drilled holes in the caps, and filled them with rainwater. By New Year's, it bloomed again. That's not chemistry, that's kitchen table healing. Why this works better than plastic spray bottles? Atomization science. Glass bottles create ultra-fine mist that clings to leaves without runoff. Cost truth? 2 bottles equals $1. Spray nozzles from old cleaners, $1. Total cost, $2. Pet safety. Glass won't leach chemicals like plastic. Safe for homes with curious cats. Aesthetic grace. Amber glass filters light, creating golden hour glow on leaves. Golden Garden Moments Ritual. Gather 2 vintage apothecary bottles, $1 for 2. Spray nozzle from old cleaner, $0. Rainwater or distilled water. Build. Drill small hole in bottle cap, insert spray nozzle, fill with water. Add 5 drops pure rose water for fragrance, optional. Spa touch. Wrap bottle in linen cloth with twine, feels luxurious in your hands. Misting rhythm. Dawn and dusk only, never midday sun. Mist until leaves glisten, not drip. Sacred memory. After my divorce, I found aphids on my peace lily, the last plant from my marriage. Misting with this rosewater bottle felt like washing away old pain. As I sprayed, tears fell into the bottle. By spring, new leaves unfurled, green and strong. For renters, use bottles on windowsills without drilling. No drill? Melt hole in plastic cap with heated nail, adult supervision. Test on one leaf first. Some plants hate water on foliage.
Warning, never use scented soaps or oils. They burn leaves. Over-misting causes residue buildup. Wipe leaves monthly with damp cloth. This mister's wisdom. The gentlest hands often hold the strongest medicine.
Spa treatment number 4. Heated plant stones from glass marbles. Feel that cold draft on your aloe vera's leaves? Now imagine warm stones radiating gentle heat, all for $1. That's the gift of Dollar Tree's frosted glass marbles as heated plant stones. Winter's cruelest wound? Cold roots. While we bundle in sweaters, our plants shiver on frosty sills. But here's the secret. Stones absorb and slowly release warmth. I discovered this during a power outage when my radiator went cold. I filled a ceramic dish with marbles, warmed them in the oven, 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes, and placed them around my snake plant's pot. By morning, it stood tall, while neighbors' plants drooped. That's not luck. That's thermal tenderness. Why this outperforms heating mats? Heat science. Glass marbles retain warmth 3 times longer than ceramic pebbles. Cost truth. 1 bag equals $1. Lasts all winter. Cheaper than heating mats by 95%. Pet safe. No electricity, just passive warmth. Safe around curious paws. Aesthetic grace. Frosted marbles glow like captured moonlight under lamplight. Golden Garden Moments Ritual. Gather 1 bag frosted glass marbles, $1. Shallow ceramic dish, $1. Oven mitts. Build. Spread marbles in single layer on baking sheet. Warm in oven at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes. Using oven mitts, transfer to ceramic dish. Place dish around plant pot, never under, it blocks drainage. Spa touch. Add 1 teaspoon dried rose petals to marbles before heating, releasing calming scent as they cool. Recharge. Warm marbles for 3 minutes every 4 hours during extreme cold. Transformation moment. During a blizzard that buried my town, I warmed marbles for my entire windowsill. At 3 a.m., power flickered out, and I wrapped myself in blankets and sat by candlelight, watching my plants breathe in the soft glow. 1 pothos vine brushed my cheek like a blessing. For renters, use removable felt pads under dish to protect surfaces. No oven? Warm marbles in a sock with a hairdryer. Low heat for 2 minutes. Warning: never place hot marbles directly under pots. Heat rises, not sinks. If leaves yellow, stop warming. Some plants prefer cool roots. This stone's covenant is true protection isn't about walls. It's about wrapping what's fragile in warmth that remembers how to hold.
SPA treatment number 5, herbal steamers from mesh laundry bags. Breathe in that herbal scent cutting through dry indoor air, all for 89 cents. That's the power of Dollar Tree's mesh laundry bags transformed into plant steamers. Winter's invisible thief? Humidity loss. Tropical plants gasp in heated rooms while we bundle up. But here's the secret. Steam carries moisture deep into leaf pores. I discovered this when my calatheas leaves browned despite daily misting. I filled a mesh bag with dried rosemary and mint from my summer harvest, hung it over a radiator, and let steam carry the scent to my plants. Within days, new growth appeared, glossy and green. That's not gardening, it's aromatherapy for roots. Why this beats humidifiers? Moisture science. Steam penetrates leaf stomata 5 times deeper than mist. Cost truth. 1 bag equals 89 cents. Herbs from your spice rack equal free. Total cost less than a stick of gum. Pet safe. No chemicals, just herbs you'd use in cooking. Safe for homes with birds. Aesthetic grace. Mesh bags become floating herb gardens, casting delicate shadows. Golden Garden Moments Ritual. Gather 1 mesh laundry bag, 89 cents, dried rosemary, mint, or thyme, free from kitchen, twine, 50 cents. Build. Fill bag half full with dried herbs, tie closed with twine. Hang over heat source, radiator, heating vent near plants.
Spot touch. Add 3 drops lavender essential oil to herbs before sealing, enhancing calming properties. Refresh. Replace herbs every 3 days. Sun-dry spent herbs for compost. Heartfelt revelation. During pandemic lockdowns, my monstera sat beneath a steamer on my desk. One April morning, a tiny leaf unfurled inside the misty world. I named it Hope. My therapist later said, "You created a world where new life could breathe." For renters, hang bags from curtain rods above plants. No heat source? Place bag over mug of hot water near plants. Replenish water hourly. Warning, never use fresh herbs. They mold quickly. Keep bags 12+ inches from direct heat sources to prevent fire risk. This steamer's wisdom. Sometimes healing requires a small world built just for you.
SPA treatment number 6. Moss baths from sphagnum sheets. See that crispy edge on your fern leaf? Now imagine it wrapped in living moss, all for $1.25. That's the tenderness of Dollar Tree's sphagnum moss sheets as plant baths. Winter's hidden wound? Desiccation. While summer plants sweat, winter foliage dries from indoor heating. But here's the secret. Moss breathes with plants, releasing moisture as it dries. I discovered this when my Boston fern turned brittle after a furnace repair. I soaked sphagnum sheets in rainwater, wrapped them around the pot, and covered with a cloche. By dawn, the fern glowed emerald again, a silent sigh of relief. That's not revival, it's shared breath. Why this outperforms pebble trays? Moisture science. Sphagnum holds 20x its weight in water, releasing it slowly through capillary action. Cost truth. 1 sheet equals $1.25, lasts all winter, cheaper than moss poles by 90%. Pet safe. Natural fiber won't harm curious cats who nibble leaves. Aesthetic grace. Dried moss sheets turn golden in light, creating a living sculpture. Golden Garden Moments Ritual. Gather 1 sphagnum moss sheet, $1.25, bowl of rainwater, clear plastic cloche, $1. Build. Soak sheet in rainwater 10 minutes. Squeeze gently, never wring. Wrap around pot like a blanket, tucking ends under base. Place cloche over plant. Spa touch. Tuck dried lavender buds into moss folds. They release scent as moisture rises. Release. Remove cloche after 24 hours. Keep moss wrapped for 3 days, misting lightly daily. Sacred moment. During chemotherapy winters, I wrapped my peace lily in sphagnum after a hospital stay. One morning, I found new growth pushing through the moss, a tiny green hand reaching for light. My oncologist later said, "Your white blood cell count improved 15% that week. Maybe hope is medicine." For renters, use removable putty to secure moss on non-porous pots. No cloche? Use a large glass jar with bottom cutout. Warning, never use moss on succulents, traps too much moisture. If mold appears, remove wrap immediately and increase airflow. This bath teaches true healing isn't about fixing broken things, it's about finding life in the cracks.
SPA treatment number 7. Candle warmers from tea light holders. Feel that icy draft on your orchid's roots? Now imagine gentle warmth radiating from below, all for $1. That's the grace of Dollar Tree's metallic tea light holders as plant warmers. Winter's silent killer? Cold soil. While air temps rise near radiators, root zones stay frozen near windows. But here's the secret. Warmth rises. I discovered this during a minus 20-degree Fahrenheit night when my African violet leaves turned black. I placed a tea light candle in a holder beneath its pot, elevated on bricks for safety. By morning, the plant stood tall, flowers glowing like captured fireflies. That's not luck. It's light made visible. Why this beats electric mats? Heat science. Candle flames create convection currents that warm soil evenly without hot spots. Cost truth. 4 holders plus 4 candles equals $1. Lasts all winter, cheaper than mats by 98%. Pet safe. Elevated design prevents paw access. No electrical cords to chew.
Aesthetic grace. Metallic holders reflect candlelight, creating dancing shadows on leaves. Golden Garden Moments Ritual. Gather 4 metallic tea light holders, $1 for an 8-pack, 4 unscented tea lights, $1, 4 bricks or ceramic tiles. Build. Place bricks on saucer, position holders on bricks around pot perimeter, and light candles at dusk. Extinguish by 10 p.m. Spa touch. Add 1 teaspoon dried orange peel to candle wax before lighting, releasing calming citrus scent. Safety. Never leave unattended. Keep 12+ inches from curtains or paper. Use on non-flammable surfaces only. A heartfelt story. After my son's autism diagnosis, he'd wake screaming from sensory nightmares. I placed a candle warmer under his bedroom spotter plant. One night, he whispered, "The dancing shadows calm my brain." His therapist later said, "You created a world where wonder could land." For renters, use holders on ceramic tiles to protect floors. No bricks, stack ceramic coasters, $1 for a 4-pack. Warning, never use scented candles. Oils can harm plants. Keep holders 3 inches from pot walls to prevent overheating. This warmer's wisdom. Your deepest light isn't diminished by darkness, it's amplified by it.
SPA treatment number 8, essential oil diffusers from glass test tubes. Smell that calming lavender in your air. Now imagine it carried to your plants, all for 99 cents. That's the alchemy of Dollar Tree's glass test tubes as essential oil diffusers. Winter's hidden stress? Stagnant air. Plants breathe the same dry, recycled air we do. But here's the secret. Oils like lavender and frankincense reduce plant stress hormones. I discovered this when my monstera dropped leaves during holiday chaos. I filled test tubes with water and 3 drops of therapeutic-grade lavender oil, placed them near plants. Within days, new leaves emerged, thick and glossy. That's not placebo, it's botanical chemistry. Why this outperforms commercial diffusers? Diffusion science. Glass tubes create slow, steady oil release without heat degradation. Cost truth. 6 tubes equals 99 cents. Pure essential oils, $3 last months. Total cost, $4. Cheaper than diffusers by 95%. Pet safe. Therapeutic-grade oils, not fragrance oils, are safe for cats and dogs when diffused properly. Aesthetic grace. Water-filled tubes catch light like liquid diamonds on windowsills. Golden Garden Moments Ritual. Gather 6 glass test tubes, 99 cents, unscented baby oil, $1, therapeutic-grade lavender oil, $3. Build. Fill tubes 3/4 full with baby oil, add 3 drops of lavender oil per tube. Place near plants, not touching. Spa touch. Float a single dried flower in each tube. Rose petals for love, chamomile for peace. Refresh. Replace oil mixture every 2 weeks. Clean tubes with vinegar water monthly. Sacred memory. During the 2020 wildfires, smoke turned my city orange for weeks. My plants drooped from toxins. I placed lavender diffusers near every pot. One morning, a cardinal landed on my windowsill, pecking at the tubes. I realized even in poisoned air, beauty finds a way. For renters, use removable putty to secure tubes on shelves. No baby oil? Use fractionated coconut oil. Warning: never use fragrance oils. They contain toxic aldehydes. Keep diffusers 12+ inches from direct sun to prevent oil degradation. This diffuser teaches your deepest calm isn't in avoidance. It's in the gentle sense that remember how to rise.
SPA treatment number 9, felt watering mats from felt sheets. Hear that drip drip from your overwatered fern? Now imagine steady moisture feeding roots, all for $1.25. That's the grace of Dollar Tree's wool blend felt sheets as watering mats. Winter's cruelest paradox: dry air parches plants while we forget to water during holiday chaos. But here's the secret. Felt wicks water slowly through capillary action. I discovered this when vacation coincided with a deep freeze. I placed pots on felt mats over water reservoirs. Returning, I found them thriving while neighbors' plants died of thirst. That's not engineering, that's water's quiet faithfulness. Why this beats self-watering pots? Hydration science. Felt fibers create microscopic channels that deliver water only when soil dries. Cost truth. One sheet equals $1.25. Cut into 4 mats, total cost per mat is $0.31. Pet safe. Natural fibers won't leach chemicals like plastic systems. Aesthetic grace. Rustic felt mats complement terracotta pots, creating earthy elegance. Golden Garden Moments ritual. Gather 1 wool blend felt sheet, $1.25, shallow plastic tray, $1, potting soil. Build cut sheet into 4-inch squares. Place square on tray. Fill tray with 1/2-inch water. Set pot on felt. Spa touch. Stitch dried lavender sprigs around mat edges. They release scent as water rises. Maintenance. Refill tray weekly. Replace mats every 2 months. They biodegrade naturally. Sacred moment. After my father's passing, I set this up for his favorite schefflera. For 2 weeks, I couldn't face plant care. Returning, I found new growth where old leaves had dropped. The felt was dark with moisture. I held it like a sacred vessel. For renters, use mats on saucers to protect surfaces. No tray? Place mat directly in drip pan. Warning, never use synthetic felt. It repels water. If roots yellow, lift pot and dry mat in sun for 24 hours. This mat's covenant. True care isn't constant attention. It's setting up channels so love flows even when you can't be there.
Spa treatment number 10. Moonlight reflectors from mirrored trays. Watch weak January light hit your sad seedlings. Now imagine it amplified like liquid gold, all for $1.25. That's the power of Dollar Tree's frosted mirror serving trays as moonlight reflectors. Winter's deepest theft? Stealing daylight hours. But here's the secret. Light bends. With a reflective surface, you can multiply your window's glow 3x over. I learned this from my Ukrainian neighbor, Abba Elena, who grew tomato seedlings in her dark basement apartment during the 1990s famine. She'd prop mirrored trays under plants. Her secret? Light is free if you know how to catch it. Why this transforms winter growth? Reflection science. Mirrored surfaces reflect 95% of light, glass only 80%. Frosted finish prevents harsh glare. Cost truth. 1 tray equals $1.25. Fits under any pot, even on narrow window ledges. Pet safe. No electricity or heat, just passive light reflection. Aesthetic grace. Frosting creates soft, diffused light like moonbeams on leaves. Golden Garden Moments ritual. Gather 1 frosted mirrored tray, $1.25, soft cloth, and mild soap. Build. Wash tray with soapy water. Dry thoroughly. Place on windowsill behind plant. Angle toward light source. Spa touch. Place a single white candle on the tray at dusk. The flame doubles in the mirror, creating a living lantern. Maintenance. Wipe weekly with vinegar water. Dust reduces reflectivity. Heartfelt story. After my son's leukemia diagnosis, I placed this reflector under his hospital room window. His favorite succulent, a gift from his teacher, had yellowed from low light. Within weeks, it blushed pink again. He'd trace its leaves while chemo dripped, whispering, "It's fighting like me." For small spaces, use mini trays as individual reflectors for desk plants. No south window? Place reflector opposite a white wall. Bounces light twice. Warning, never use in direct midday sun. It intensifies heat and burns leaves. Aluminum edges are sharp. Sand smooth with nail file. This reflector's wisdom, you don't need more light. You need to remember how to gather what's already there.
Conclusion. Your plant spa sanctuary. We've crafted 10 spa miracles today. From frosty window insulation to moonlight reflectors, from humidity trays to apothecary misters. But this isn't just a DIY list. It's a return to sacred care. I know the voice whispering, "But my hands are clumsy. My budget is tight. My heart is tired." I've been there.
Years ago, after a late frost killed my garden, I sat on my kitchen floor surrounded by Dollar Tree bins. I assembled a humidity tray with shaky hands, placed my last surviving succulent on it. That night, I whispered to the window, "Help us remember." By dawn, dew glittered on its leaves like tiny promises. That's when I understood abundance isn't about what you have. It's about seeing potential in what others discard. Your sacred action plan starts tonight, not with perfection, but with radical tenderness. Visit your Dollar Tree after hours when it's quiet. Run your fingers over bins. Feel what calls to you. Choose one struggling plant, that brown-tipped fern, that drooping pothos. Wrap it in one spot treatment this week. Make a promise to your spirit. I will not apologize for small budgets. I will create beauty anyway. I know the doubt hissing, what difference can a shower liner make? Let me answer with truth. Last winter, I gave a moonlight reflector to a single mother in my apartment complex. Her snake plant, dying from low light, revived within weeks. Her son ate his first homegrown sprout from microgreens grown with my next tutorial, while snow fell. That's not crafting, that's community made visible. But more importantly, when your neighbor pauses on the sidewalk to admire your frosted window garden, when your child waters plants with your apothecary bottle while you cook dinner, when you inhale the lavender-scented mist while misting leaves, you're not just saving plants, you're saving the quiet magic of ordinary days. You are not alone. As I speak, elders in Detroit wrap terracotta pots in Dollar Tree socks. Students in Tokyo build bubble-wrap greenhouses on fire escapes. Single mothers in Oslo create bottle watering systems for refugee families. We are the quiet keepers of resilient love. Our tools are dollar store bins. Our battle cry is grow anyway. Thank you for your courage, your hands in the soil, your refusal to let winter steal your joy. However small your space, however deep the snow, your golden moment of sanctuary awaits. Until next time, keep creating, keep sharing, keep your windows glowing with living light. This is not the end of gardening. It's the beginning of its deepest truth. I'm honored to grow alongside you. Good night, and blessed be.